Welcome back to the Recap Lounge.
I'm Access Lauren.
And I'm Ed Williams at Thoroughbred Boxing.
And today we are back with another episode of the Recap Lounge, recapping episode 6 of Ready to Love.
Episode 6, the Diddy Pose.
The Diddy Pose. And we have a special guest coming in today. We have Chef
Chris. We got Chef Chris in today. You know, he gonna tell us how he feel. You know, that was a big episode.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They had 2 shockers in one day.
I know. So he'll be with us a little later. Okay. And we also have someone else in the hot seat today. Ed's going to be in the hot seat. So that's later on. So let's start off with the big thing that happened, which was Ina. Ina went home. Are you shocked?
So, no.
Okay.
I think that was a big thing with the whole paying for the massage. I feel like throughout the lounges, it's kind of in the air. You know, it's not a big consensus, but I feel like majority of the guys in the lounge, you know, had her at the bottom of that episode. So
okay. All right. Well, bye, Ina. We really hate to see you go. But we love to watch you leave. Which is cute, right? All right. So this week, the women are in charge, okay? And Tommy gives us an assignment to dig deeper, get to know these guys. But before we get into it, let's talk about best dress.
Best dress. I mean, this name is starting to become synonymous.
Dominique.
Dom. I mean, Dom.
That outfit
my
in
baby.
The ladies' lounge. That all black.
That all black in the ladies' lounge?
Yes. Body was bodying. What do they say? Yeah. Body was tea. Clock it,
tea. You know, a little Kool-Aid. Everything. So
everything. Chocolate milk, right? Pain. So good job. Keep up the good work, Dominique. Yeah, it's almost like neck and neck now. Dominique keeps being mentioned. Bello and then Darius. All right.
Yeah.
And then you with your 70s gear.
Oh, yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, you know, I had an episode where I hit him with the...
and the chest was out.
Yeah, look.
So, all right. So we start off with a date at Trap Yoga with Vince, Nicole, Steve, Donna, Chris, and Ashley.
Yeah.
Let's just jump right into it. Let's start with Vince and Nicole.
So, I mean, that was a good date. What it seemed, Nicole is saying like Vince is growing, becoming, you know, higher on her chart as one of her faves. It seems like Vince has grown on everybody's list.
I know. He started off kind of rocky.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Like, he started off a little rough. Like, you know, he looked like he was Ike, like anime. But...
oh, brother.
But now, you know what I'm saying? So, look, my guy, keep it up. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing.
Shout out to Vince.
I
did like the fact that she felt comfortable enough to be vulnerable, to talk about that type of stuff with him.
Yeah.
And at first, when they zoomed in on his face, I was afraid of what he was getting ready to say because he was looking like, girl. But once he started opening up too, I'm like, yes, this is good.
It ended up becoming a good conversation.
The connection happening here. Then we have Steve and Donna have a sidebar conversation.
Yeah. So I didn't get connection from there. Like, I feel like it was a good conversation.
Okay.
Feel like, but I didn't get energy like just from, you know, them two having a conversation. It was still, you know, good talk. But no takeaways.
I got a slight connection because, you know, just from watching previous encounters with Donna, she's usually, you could tell she's not into it if she's not into it. And in this case, it did seem like she was genuinely interested.
I feel like she's getting comfortable.
Okay.
You know, like at the end of the day, we're all strangers.
Yeah.
You know, typically, right? So we're all meeting. So some people don't warm up as fast as soon as the other. So by this episode, we're 6 episodes in. By this, we spent a lot of time with each other, hanging out, dates. I feel like, you know, the genuine Donna's starting to come through. So I don't think it was connection. I think Donna's just being genuine. She's getting comfortable. She's opening up.
So now we see Chris and Ashley. At first, I thought it was a connection.
I thought it was too, but then when you hear it during the interview,
yeah,
you know, I don't know.
It was she had some feedback, but I think we could save the feedback and everything for when we get Chris on here, so we can hear from him first.
Right. But yeah. Initially, I thought it was a connection too. But from what it's seeing, what it's looking like, I feel like Ashley's mind is kind of made up. You know, like she's consistently saying like Darius is her top.
Yeah.
Their energy, their interactions.
So Bello and I finally have a date.
Y'all did. Y'all was on a boat. That's what I was saying. Like, man, like y'all had some good dates, like boats.
I requested that.
And yoga.
You know, they asked me, Lauren, what do you like to do? Because we want to bring them into your world. I said, I like the water. I like boats. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a yacht that day. But we did get a tiki
Auntie
bar.
Oprah didn't like me on no boats.
On the boat. And I was able to host Bello. And
I ain't go to nobody's house and eat.
I liked that date because number one, first of all, we both came with the tropical vibes. He was on point.
Y'all look like y'all was
on vacation.
Caribbean Vice, Miami Vice.
And I wanted to say this because I go live after every episode on my YouTube, and I maybe spend about a half hour just my first, thoughts after the show. And one thing I said last night is that this is all edited, so you don't get to see everything. But I in my commentary, I said, I like that Bello doesn't back down. He answers questions, and all you saw was just that one subject.
He's a Nigerian warrior.
But what I liked about Bello's conversation is that I had been anticipating a date with him. So I had a lot of questions. When I say I was firing questions off like an interrogation, like I was like, this, what about that? What about that? And before we even got started, I told him, this is going to be a heavy conversation. I need to know a lot of things. He opened up. He turned his chair to me, opened up and said, what do you want to know?
Like he was like that?
No, but what I'm saying is there's so many people. I need to do better. I have an anxious attachment style, right? And I cannot ever match with a person with an avoidant attachment style. And those are the people that feel like I'm the most attracted to. I don't know if it's toxic or what, but for Bello to not try to shut me off and be like, ugh, too much, or that's not your business right now. Or
but he did. He had you pause because you were like, rapid fire.
And that's I'm saying, you guys didn't even see how many questions I had.
But when he hit you with the, I got a baby off a one night stand, you went. I think. First of all,
yes,
hats off to Bello for stepping up as a man for sure.
Yeah. Let's face it, 37 years as an attractive man and you don't have a child.
Right. And your pullout game strong for that long, my guy.
Well, I guess it weakens.
Did you quit? Did you just give up?
It weakens over the years, I guess. But
was that the moment? you out of town with your guys, you like, it's going up. You see somebody like, it's her.
Oh my God.
I'm shooting this.
No, I don't know. I don't know all the details, but all I know is the fact that he was honest about it, upfront, transparent.
But how did that make you feel though? So as a man, I have two beautiful children, right?
Yes.
Right. Semi-adults, like my daughter's 22. Okay. My son, 16. So I had kids early, right?
Yes.
And the challenge of being a single man with kids, like I'm in my early 20s, late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
When I met women, and I'm like, oh, I got a kid or I got two kids. Because where they were in life, which I understand, it was a challenge. Some of the women, I met women that I vibe with. And when that came up, like, oh, you got a kid or you got children, it was like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah. Well, for me as a woman, I have 3 children, a woman with 3 children from a previous very long-term relationship. I can't judge.
3 kids where?
Thanks, Ed. Thank you. I can't fault or judge anybody else for having a child. But the issues that I was foreseeing is how recent. At the time of the show, the baby was 6 months, I think.
But
right?
so does that really matter though?
It does.
Let's say even if the parent is like, and then it's no BS. It's like, I'm done. Like me and that parent, we don't mess around like that. It's strictly co-parenting.
So there's a couple things here. Number one, every time you have a kid, you start over, right? My youngest is 6. And I'm always thinking of the age when they turn 18, getting ready to leave out. You're essentially starting over. So if I was to come into this kid's life, I'm now raising a 1-year-old child. Is that something that I want to do? My kids are basically self-sufficient at this point. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, they know what to do. They know, like, do I want to step into a role where I'm co-parenting a child that young, starting over in life? So there's that one dynamic.
Okay.
Number two is, because it's so fresh, and I'm assuming this is a first-time mom, you think you're okay. You think that you're level-headed. I have experienced it firsthand. I've seen it with friends. Like, it takes time sometimes to get to the point where it is actually, in fact, a working relationship. There's a lot of emotions, hormones. There's a lot of things at play.
But most cases, that's based off of the relationship preface, right? Like, when I say relationship, not together, but your interaction, the guy and the woman, the interaction together. In Bello's case, there was no interaction beforehand. So I think, again, I've never been in that case.
That doesn't change. I've seen it all. Trust me. I've seen it all. And I don't know the situation
exactly,
all the way.
But I'm just generalizing. Like, because I'm thinking that there was no emotional attachment, no time vested, all of that initially, logically, it'd be easy for them to be like, look, technically we're strangers, but we got a child. Let's just work together.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that sounds like it makes a lot of sense, but when you actually dig into the weeds of things, not saying this is his situation,
for sure,
you start to find out different things. And that's something that you have to consider. At this point, I'm a co-parent vet. I'm a veteran at it. A person coming into my life, my situation is tight. My situation is, I've been doing this for a long time now. This is a new situation for Bello and his child's mother. That's something that you have to decide. Is that something that I want to...
Do you date men with children?
I do.
But is there an age limit?
I prefer a person who has maybe been divorced or has grown kids or kids close to my age, but starting brand new and not working things out with the person. And I know in this case, this is a special case, but I mean, like, there's a lot of different things.
So no new nutted babies?
No what?
No.
Okay.
No.
I prefer not to. But, you know, we're all learning. We're all learning different things here.
So students of life.
So I do, again, I like the date. I like that Bello is not afraid of answering hard questions, and he is not.
So does this date bring Bello up on your depth chart?
Absolutely, because initially, I had just come off of 2 years of Afro Nation in the city. I worked for Afro Nation 2 years, right? As an influencer and everything. And I remember my first time going, I could not believe what I was seeing. All these tall Africans, fine,
so
smell good.
So you was curious.
I've been curious for the last couple of years. And the
Bello
accent.
about to take you home to Wakanda.
And the one... and the ones that are from Europe with the
British /
what's that guy's
African
name? Idris Elba, Damson, whatever. I mean
but that's tough. Like first of all, my hat goes off to people with multiple languages. But when you African and English, like I had a British African teacher. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
I can understand it all. So when I saw Bello walk through the door, I said, "There he is. Take me back to Nigeria."
Take you through that.
So knowing that not only is he good looking, but he also has some depth to him, it really did raise the bar. You know what I mean? But again, this experience is a total learning experience at the same time, which we'll get to at some point.
But then we got the restaurant. First of all, that was a little dope bar. Where's that spot at?
The Speakeasy, the name eludes me at this moment.
Okay,
but I invited Darius, Shannon, and Devon to this nice Speakeasy so that we can have a moment to just dig a little deeper, go deeper with one another. And I had a really good time. First and foremost, Darius coming with the gifts. I'm here for it. I don't think that's corny at all. Even when he brings everybody who wrote flowers or everybody wine, I think he's just trying to show people this is what it would be like. If you end up being mine, this is the type of stuff I do. I liked it. I like Pinot Noir. Thank you. Shout out to Darius for the wine. Devon, he was put together. He was looking very put together. Shannon, always cute and adorable.
But you didn't give Darius a compliment on like the suit was fly.
You know what? And I hate this. You ever have, like, you got kids and they always hit 4.0s. They always got good grades. It's a normal thing. It's like, and then they go, what about me? It's like, oh shoot, you just get used. I'm so used to Darius always here every time that I don't even think to say, dang, Darius, you look good. Because it's almost in my mind like it's a given. You look good all the time. So shout out to Darius and his fashions. He always looks good.
Devon
what?
No, that's where you left off. You were saying that
Devon looks
good.
Yeah. And he smelled good as well. Okay. So
Shannon looked good too.
Yes, always. She's adorable.
So all y'all came to the restaurant looking good, but the conversations.
Okay. So the assignment was to go deeper. I asked everybody, pull out a moment that you want to share, something that has impacted you.
Oh, because you just paused. You asked everybody to pull out. Good evening. All right, never mind.
Shannon tells us this really just earth-shattering story. Like literally, I could have cried.
Yeah.
Very deep, didn't have to share it, but was very vulnerable with us.
Mm-hmm.
Devon tells us some stuff. I get kind of deep, and I'm glad they didn't really show too much of that story because I'm like, I did too much. And then Darius tells us that his deep story is
why used to kiss his
the girls used to line up and kiss his hand and say King Darius or something.
Yeah, I mean he let you know as a baby he was getting his hand kissed.
So I'm trying to go deeper, like, oh, this is a metaphor or this is something real deep. And in my mind, I'm like, no, that was the story. That was it. That was the story. And with Darius, at this time, my mind is all like. Keep in mind, I've seen him around the city. He comes out to my fashion events. He supports, but we've never had a super deep relationship where I got to know him. So I'm really curious. Like I'm on the fence about him right now, and I'm like, maybe if we go deeper, I'll learn something about him. And because that one story touched me about him being in fashion and the dress, the mom. But so I'm like, ooh, what else is happening? And then it went back. It was like. Okay.
Yeah, he can't give, all the deep at one time. You're trying to save a little bit.
Okay. So that's how that date went. Let's talk about you and Nicole's date.
Let's talk about it.
How'd it go? I mean, how do you?
Well, it was 2 days though. So the first date.
Let's just talk about the first one, yeah.
So I mean, it was good. We went, to a little spot in Royal Oak.
Okay.
Blind Owl or something.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was cool. Like you said, the edit. What it didn't show, it took forever for our food to come.
Damn.
Like it was like I felt like they were like give everybody their food, but these two, like it's only so much small talk you can do on a hungry stomach. While you waiting and drinking your water.
So did the answer to her question? Did it like, were you not finding it? Because it looked like you had nothing.
First off, shout out to the edit team, and I hope you catch my sarcasm. Like,
oh my God.
like literally, y'all saw the episode. First of all, she let Terry bone.
What you talking about?
That's the wood. Don't worry about it.
What the fuck?
So I rarely get caught on conversation. Like they took everything, all Nicole's questions from the beginning, take the second half, all of my answers, those are the answers to the questions. And then, so they basically switched it.
So when she asked you, like, what's something that has, what did she ask you? Like,
so first she was saying like, we were talking about expectations of our people, likes, dislikes. And she had made a comment like, one thing, I can't date someone who's, not emotionally available, something like that, right? So I'm like, yeah, cool. So we started talking about emotions. And she talked about like, we talked about career and everything. I'm like, yeah, used to box, this and this. And she made a comment like, that could have been painful. So I was like, well, I have a high tolerance for pain, like in every aspect of it. So that's where that comment came.
Okay.
And
so if you had to answer the question now, what would you say?
Ask me the question, Lauren.
She said something like, what is something that has caused you pain and not in a physical way or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Like what was a hard emotional pain moment? And during that time, I had spoke on my divorce.
Oh,
yeah,
wow, that is.
I mean, that was tough. Like, I feel like a big breakup is tough.
Yeah. Oh, don't we know?
You know, like even if both people agree with it and are ready to move on, I feel like it's still tough. You know, it's the ending of a moment. You know, like moments, memories, tenure.
Okay.
It's all coming to an end. So, you know, that was tough for me, getting divorced. So that was my answer. Not no dumbass. I got a hot pain. Man.
But we'll save the rest for later. We'll dig a little deeper. But thanks for clarifying that.
No problem.
So now we're at the point where we're talking about connections in the ladies' lounge. So far, Dom says Cardi.
Okay.
Nicole says Vince.
Okay.
Donna says Vince and Steve. Shannon says Devon. Lauren says Bello. And Ashley says Bello, but I did hear somewhere else she still mentioned Darius.
Yes, yeah.
They're not feeling Chris and Ed. And they do a surprise, like we didn't know this was going to happen, but they eliminate both of you.
They did.
I was so shocked. I was shocked. I did not see that coming. Even like being on the show, I didn't even know that it happened literally the same. Like, I don't know it was going to be the same episode. I don't know.
Yeah, because it didn't happen like that.
Kind of sad that happened to see you guys go. And you could see my face in the lounge, like, you know, like when they were talking about you and stuff. So that's pretty much the recap portion. So next up, we have our special guest. We have Chef Chris in the house.
You know.
And you know how we like to bring our guest out. We like to do a little snap. You ready?
Yeah, let's
bring
do
out
it.
Chef Chris in 3, 2, 1. That was hot. All right, so we got Chef Chris in the building.
Chris, what up, though?
What up, though? First and foremost, I wish we had a fit cam because you look amazing. Got the wheat Tims, but have to ask you this because all the fans want to know because I've been getting these comments. Okay. They want to know, can you please share this cologne?
Well, it's not really a specific scent. It's a way that I layer my fragrance.
Sorry, ladies.
And it starts. I'm not gonna give you like because you gotta actually have a fragrance line dropping in a couple of months. So, well, probably first by Valentine's Day, it should be going. It's something I had been working on, and this just actually highlights, you know, a lot more about it, which is cool. But it's a process. So it's an out of the shower situation.
Shower?
No. Okay. Much different.
Ed.
No, I mean
it's a after shower oil you put on.
The oil.
And then there's a cologne that you put on your clothes, and then there's something that you put like on afterwards. So it's like a 3-layer type situation because I think that smelling good is one thing, but smelling not overpowering is another.
Yeah.
And not and having to be something that lasts when you're gone.
Yes, because that does make a difference. And I can say that long-lasting linger of, I know Chris was here. I don't see him, but he was here.
And it's not strong. Because if it's like that and it's like, was he here? That's bad.
No,
right?
yeah, no.
So you want it to be like, oh, you know.
Yeah. So first mixer. Take us back to the first mixer.
Hold on. Oh. Before we get in, you know, we gotta have the introduction.
Okay, what's the introduction?
Chris, you know what I'm saying? World-renowned chef, you know what I'm saying?
Try to be.
You know what I'm saying? Detroit's brand, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You've launched, worked in, helped start up some staples, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I can't do it no justice, you know what I'm saying? Get run down, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So one of the first notable restaurants that I opened up was Savannah Blue. Downtown Detroit. We were James Bird nominated, which was a great experience. I've also opened up, reopened Empire. I reopened Petty Cash. I reopened Ivy.
So did you curate the menu too?
Well, at the time,
okay.
Me and I are really good friends, and there was a point where she wanted to kind of rebrand and kind of so I guess I was a part of kind of that new trajectory for her food. But I don't believe that all of the food that is there is my menu, but some of the remnants are still there.
The buffalo cauliflower?
That wasn't me. It was there before.
Fried cabbage?
That's me.
Okay, I like that. I like that dish.
Yep.
The birria tacos, the beef short rib tacos.
Nope.
Okay, all right.
A lot. So I think I did this like pineapple upside down like dessert that had like this pound cake kind of like sand and like brulee pineapple. It was like really elaborate. It had like this amaretto ice cream. It was super sexy. But anyway.
And I do, my favorite dish, because I know I posted a lot when I go to Empire, is the salmon. And then I remember one time you replied like, "Oh, that's my dish," and I'm like, "It's my favorite one there." So
yep, so Empire when they reopen, that's my menu. The brunch there. I opened Checkmate. Open District 78. So yeah, just
the list goes on.
Don't come on. You know what I'm waiting on.
What is?
Okay. Let me. My bad.
Come on,
So,
man.
Here's the thing, because I'm still affiliated, and that's family. Like my relationship with Parlay is like them.
Parlay Detroit.
Shout out. You know what I'm saying? Joy, dude, those are my guys. Like that's family. So, that's something that I'm affiliated with as well. We're definitely trending in a more elevated direction, and we're going to continue to go in that direction and expand and do all the great things with that brand.
I love that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Now we can get into it.
Yeah,
all right. Sure. So first impressions. What were you thinking walking into that lounge? The mixer, I'm sorry.
Not really knowing really what to expect for real. It's more like you go into a situation like that and you hope that you make a good impression. But I'm also the type of personality where like I'm not the type of person that is going to just dumb out over somebody because they're super attractive or they got money. I'm a person that I treat everybody equal, right? So I think that in getting to know people, I think that there's this expectation that men have to like jump through hoops to prove that they're worthy of whoever this woman is, and I just don't move like that. I treat whether you look like Halle Berry or you look like whatever, if I'm getting to know you, I'm gonna treat you guys the same. I'm not gonna do extra for the prettier girl and then not for her. I'm gonna treat you like I would treat this girl,
Right.
So, but it's with an effort to get a genuine connection, not to necessarily be performative.
Right. Okay. I love that.
So to put a pin in that, walking into that situation, I really want to just be open and allow the process to just happen organically.
I love that.
So initially at the mixer, you walk in. Who catches your eye out of all the women?
Dominique off top.
Okay.
Dominique off top. I mean, obviously, she has a beautiful physique, and she was like standing at the bar, so she's like one of the first people that I saw. The next person I saw, to be honest with you, was you. Obviously, You're beautiful, you're tall. I think the third person I noticed was Ashley because of just where she was standing. But those are like my first initial like, oh, okay, there's some vibes in here.
I never even got that. Cool.
Whatever.
I said,
she swear. Like, me, a little old me. Like, whatever.
So there was a moment that was kind of awkward during, I think that Tommy pulled you guys out and then tried to like encourage y'all, get back out there, figure out what y'all gonna do. And I don't know if that was the mixer or the second day. No, it was the mixer. And you had a conversation with Donna. It was a little controversial where you wanted kind of like a little bit of feedback, like, let me know what's up. Like, people are talking about that moment. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure. I mean, I don't necessarily think I did anything wrong. I mean, because I think that anybody would want to know, like, okay, so, and again, I wasn't necessarily wanting her to be like, okay, so Lauren said this. I was more so like, okay, well, we got a good feeling for the guy. I wanted kind of a generalization. It was
like
sort
the
of like
girls ain't feeling you.
Yeah, like, or it could be a situation like, well, the girls feel like, you need to communicate more, communicate less.
I think Donna was feeling like, it was taking the genuineness out of the experience. Like, you're there for love, right? So,
sure.
So, but at the end of the day, it's an experience of strategy too.
Sure.
Sure. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to find your connection and make it to the end.
Sure.
So were you in that mindset where you're thinking like, you know, I just want luck to take course and what happens, or is this strategy like I like who like me?
I think sometimes I could be misunderstood.
Okay.
So I think more so than anything, it was just me, especially being that I felt like my conversation with Donna initially, because that was when we actually had that conversation that was filmed when I asked her to spill the beans, was our second conversation. Mm-hmm. And I feel like at our first conversation,
y'all connected.
No, we didn't connect. Oh. It was more of a situation to where I felt like I was being interrogated. Like she asked me a question and I responded, but it was mostly me talking. And I felt like, you know how they'll come and break you guys up and be like, all right, guys, like continue to mingle. I didn't feel like I got enough conversation from her. So I was really trying to, the second time around, allow her the opportunity to just speak. Mm-hmm. So I kind of led with a question. And it was kind of like, maybe it was not tactful, but it was with the intent to just get her to talk more because I felt like I dominated the conversation the first time. Mm-hmm. So it was like, hey, so tell me, spill the beans, tell me what's going on, and let her just kind of flow. So I thought I was kind of trusting the process and allowing things to happen organically. I really didn't want her to give me all the details about the lounge.
Well, ultimately it did though happen organically. Like on the episodes as they, you know, continue to show, like you and Donna's conversation involved.
Sure.
You know, the conversation y'all had in the yoga studio.
At the yoga studio, sure.
You know, it was different. It was a different conversation.
Sure.
You know, she was actually saying that she understand you more based on kind of what you were saying, based on you were kind of telling her a little about you growing up, you know, and how you had dialed more into communication and speaking.
Sure.
You know, so kind of talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we were talking about getting a little bit deeper in regards to why we operate the way we operate. And even still, I felt like it was me doing the majority of the talking because she led with questions. And I'm the type of person that when you have an opportunity to speak, as much of a talker as I am, I'm a listener. Mm-hmm. So if I can rattle for 30 or 40 minutes nonstop, but when I'm done, I'll listen for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Because I get my thoughts out, then I want to hear what you have to say. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you have controlled time limits, sometimes it's allowing the conversation to flow to happen organically. And when me and her had this would have been our third conversation, it was still like, okay, asking me questions. And I'm like, well, I'm already a talker. So I mean, I can answer, but I still feel like I'm not really getting to know you. So even though I think she had an opportunity to allow me to express myself more directly, I still don't think that she had an opportunity in that moment to see my true personality because it really is reciprocal. I do want to have an interaction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think ultimately, you know, Donna's feedback in that moment it's just not a thing for her, even though I think we did understand what he was saying and what he's developed this like conversational, like this skill level and conversation. And she basically was like, not for me. But in that same date, I know we skipped towards that date, Ashley had some feedback for you too.
Sure.
It seemed like when y'all are vibing in person, it looks good. But then when it gets on like, when she's like, no, this was a bruised ego or something like that, I was like, ouch. Like, how do you feel about Ashley's feedback in that moment?
I think everybody's entitled to their opinion. And if that's how that statement made her feel, you know, I respect it. Me and Ashley, good. We've always been good.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you have a bruised ego?
No, not at all. Okay. But I mean, that's like somebody calling you ugly, Lauren. Like, it's almost laughable. Like, you'd be like, okay, like,
got it. Okay.
You know, but that might be somebody's genuine opinion of you. Mm-hmm. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's understandable to not want to deal with a person with a bruised ego, but how do you identify if a person has a bruised ego versus this is just what you feel like it is?
Correct. Which is why I don't try to. You know, so I could just present myself in the most organic way possible with the most purest intentions and can honestly say without a shadow of a doubt that I have no bruised ego. I think more so than anything, I'm a little bit more, I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be because I can see myself dating multiple women. I thought it was going to be a situation where I would come here and it would be like, oh, all of these attractive, but that one right there, that's the one that I'm going to connect with and want. When more, it was like, I like her. She's got this and this and this and this about her. I would love to explore more. She's cute. I can explore this and this and this and this about her. So I saw a little bit of an opportunity to, but then it bucks up against my core principles, and that's the jumping through hoops part. Like when I gotta outperform somebody else to get your attention, that's just not how I roll. I feel like the most genuine connection will rise to the top because it's the most genuine connection. Not I spent more or I did more or I called more. It's who actually do you vibe with the most? Who actually's core values align with yours? Yeah. To me, that's what I felt mattered. And when I felt like I was being put in a position to where it's like, well, Devon called me 17 times. And it's like, well, I'm not trying to call 18 times. I don't have that kind of time. So if that's what you're looking for, cool. If he's spending and that's what you're looking for, cool. I'm not about to outperform anybody because I'm trying to compete in that way. I want to show up as myself, be organically who I am. And if we click, great. If we don't, it's cool.
So look, at this moment, episode 6, y'all are at the yoga studio. You stated how you felt initially, like kind of who was your top, who caught your eye. By this moment, you have had time to kind of talk to other ladies, have conversations. Like you said, I like her, X, Y, and Z.
And what part are we at now?
I think we kind of moved back to the yoga studio.
So back at the yoga studio.
So just not even the yoga studio, but just around the feeling of episode 6, around that time frame, right?
Okay,
that moment. So initially you said Dominique, Lauren, Ashley, right?
Yes.
That's who caught your eye. Yep. Move forward, you had a time to even get to meet some of the other ladies you didn't mention.
So at that time, like pretty much after the first mix of my connections became Christina first, Dominique second, Ashley third, and I started kind of doing this thing with Ashante, but because I genuinely felt like, and this is just keeping it a buck, I really thought that Lauren just didn't rock with me. Like I didn't think we had a conversation, like a real conversation until the 70s party. Because I remember this whole time, I'm like, she really don't fuck with me, bro. Like, my God. Like, which is cool, because I'm a person that's like, I'm the last person that's gonna harass you. I'm the last person, because I feel like I'm confident enough in myself to feel like, people, a woman that digs me will dig me, right? Yeah. I'm not everybody cup of tea, which is fine, right? So when I felt like, I'm trying to kind of gauge what she's on, and it was kind of like, hey, how you? All right. And I was like, okay, well, I
want to give you an apology too, because I remember like the skating rink. It was a couple times where you're like, hello, are we going to get a chance? And Lauren, I could tell you was out of your comfort zone. Like, you don't really do this. And you are trying to, and I was so like busy with, trying to figure all this out. Yeah. And I never really genuinely got a chance to have a real conversation with you until the 70s party. But at that point you had already established connections. I'm already in the middle of all kind of mess, and we really didn't get a chance. So,
it's all good. I just
my apology.
Yeah, you was on some BS, but we'll talk about you later. So out of all the connections, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seems like the strongest connection you had was with a stove.
That's good. That's funny.
But look, this ain't no average stove. Now tell them about this. This is a $70,000 stove. Let's talk about this stove at the Aretha Franklin mansion.
This is a stove at Aretha Franklin's mansion, and beautiful stove, beautiful kitchen aesthetic in general. I love some good. I think the older I get, you go from loving like, oh, I love this kind of shoes, this watch, this car, that you start looking at like couches and appliances and beds and wall sconces, and you're like, oh, I really appreciate that. So like, I love some good home decor stuff that rocks my world right there.
Wow. So you should do that content, and it's funny because like, when you're younger, things turn you on, abs and baby oil, and now I'm sitting here watching these videos of these guys cleaning their stoves,
right?
Steaming the curtains. Facts. I'm like, oh my God! And then they light a candle. Hell, invite me over.
Yeah.
They light the candle at the end and sit down. I'm like. After he vacuumed to put the lines in the cart. Anyway, so, okay, but no, we're joking with you, the connection with the stove. Sure. Do you feel like you have any, actually, shoot, we forgot the biggest elephant in the room. Let's get to it. It seemed like you were very, very interested in Ina until... this whole like massage situation came up. There's a lot of speculation on the internet because I'm always in the groups watching. Sure. And some people are like, he ain't got it. Some people like, he just wasn't in that space. Like, can you just clear it up for us? What exactly, tell us what's going on.
So I'm going to just walk it from the top to the bottom. So in my mind, from the first mixer, it was pretty much established at the first mixer, when me and her met. She was like, I really like you. I'm like, yo, I rocks with you too. I feel like our interests are similar. Both very talkative. Both don't mind listening. So I'm like, okay, I think conversationally I had the most positive feedback from her. Okay. So second chance mixer, we kind of built on that, so on and so forth. So to get to the point of now we are, I think we're at the Aretha Franklin mansion, right? So when we're at the Aretha Franklin's mansion, the guys are talking, and then I don't know how it even started. I just remember one guy saying like, oh, you paid too? And I'm just like, too? Like, what y'all talking about? They was like, oh, Ina, like, I paid for a massage, and then she asked me for a massage. And I'm like, she asked you for a massage too. So mind you, this is news to me. I don't know anything. I'm thinking that this was just a conversation between her and I. So when I heard that she had this same conversation with 3 other dudes, it just made me be like, oh, wow. Like, and now, with that being said, I think that, when we talked about it at the last podcast, Bello brought up a very interesting point, which I agree with 100%, is that acts of service and gifts are a part of Ina's love language. And I think that if any woman enjoys that, that should be something that she shouldn't necessarily mind putting out there, right? Okay. So what I say to that, and I've mentioned this in another podcast, that I'm a very sexual person, right? But if I lead with that, with 3 different women, it'll put me in a certain light. If I'm just always being like, yo, like I'm a person that I like head, I like this, I like that. And then you're like, okay, great. Cool, like it's a little early to be having that conversation. But I'm like, well, I'm just letting you know that's important to me. Yeah. And then I have that same conversation with somebody else, and then that same conversation, maybe you okay with the conversation because you feel like I'm your closest connection. But then what if you heard I had that same conversation with 2 other women? It would be like, oh, you just out here being freaky, right? That's gonna be the perception, right? And now even freaky if Chris, right, you don't feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I think that is more what happened. It became a situation to where she chose to go about it this way. And I personally feel like it would have put me in a situation to look crazy if I would have been the one connected to a woman that was essentially putting it out there, asking however it's phrased, for other things. But
the reason when y'all had the conversation, you didn't send it, you said...
I can address that too. So when she asked me, or when she had mentioned, oh, well, a massage would be nice, etc., I said, well, I personally have other connections. And I feel like it's way too early to be able to do something like that because I feel that it would stifle my potential other connections. Because I'm assuming, if Dom knows and I'm buying you something, her interest in me is going to shift. If Ashley knows and I'm buying you something, her energy is going to shift. I treat everyone the exact same until y'all not the same. So for me, I want it for the girl that I kissed, the girl that I bought stuff for, to be the person that I picked, the person that I had locked in on. I wanted for them to experience something that nobody else had. I didn't want to have everybody else experience all of me. I wanted one person to experience all of me. And I just hadn't picked that person yet.
Am I wrong though? I thought you said something else though. I thought. Okay.
Well, it was said that he said, I ain't got it right now.
Yeah. No, I never said that.
That's all we got to hear from the horse.
The conversation.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
The conversation. I never said I didn't have it like that. What I said is I don't feel comfortable doing that right now because I have other connections and it's too early in the process.
And that makes a lot of sense. So you're hearing it officially
never said I didn't have
here.
It.
From Freaky Chris.
We knew Chris had $300 in the bank.
Example,
I told you he had $300.
I am currently in a relationship now.
Oh, dope.
And my girl don't know what a Netflix bill look like.
Okay.
Because when I'm locked in,
she's logged in. You feel me?
Oh
you feel
my
me?
God.
You feel me? You feel me?
Like
when I pick, you ain't gotta ask. Like my point is that like I'm the type of man you ain't gotta ask. You ain't gotta ask. Like I'm gonna do it. But if you asking,
I mean, how deep are you? Like, are you like? Look, you brought her up, so we're gonna get a little. You know what I'm saying? So, how many times since y'all been together has she been in the bathroom and ran out of toilet paper and was like, Chris, we need some more tissue?
Who, me and my girl?
Yeah.
First of all, Chris got tissue stock. That's the type of vibe
that's
I
not the
get.
question,
That's the type
but
of
is it
vibe I
stocked
get.
in the bathroom?
So you asking me if she needs me to go bring her something?
But do she gotta ask? Like, you already like, look, we low. I'm gonna refill it.
Well, this is how I feel, right? I feel like if she's,
my goodness,
I gotta take pressure off her plate so she can take pressure off my plate. She don't gotta worry about no bills, no none of that. So what I don't have to worry about, I'm not counting paper towel rolls. You tell me, hey, we need paper towel. I do, and it's at the door in 30 minutes.
But she don't gotta tell you. She don't gotta ask.
If I catch it, cool. If I don't catch it,
okay.
Let me know.
You a trip.
I'm just saying how much detail. Like if she don't gotta ask, it should be everything.
That's something different.
She doesn't have to ask in order for me to court her. She doesn't have to ask for me to be romantic. She doesn't have to tell me to buy flowers or take her on dates or to take her on trips or to buy her something that's not from Forever 21 for her birthday. Like she don't have to tell me how to.
Because you want it.
I'm going to. I'm like for me, and this can. I mean, put it out there, and any woman that I've been with, they know that it's my intention to be the best lover you ever had. I'm gonna try to be the most romantic. I'm gonna try to be the most thoughtful. I'm gonna try to be the most considerate, which is why I'm very picky.
You're making it tough on yourself, bro. You on a national show.
Listen,
he has a woman. He has a woman now.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing.
You telling you the best lover?
Any woman that I've been with, past or present, ask them. Ask them how I get down when it comes to like how I am with them, which is why I've only had a handful of women that have actually been to say, "Oh, that was my man." I don't typically.
So what you saying is Lauren missed out.
I mean, you know, hey, listen. I feel like any woman that I feel like I could have connected with at least missed out on a great time.
Yeah. Bare
minimum, they missed out on a great time. Maybe it would have lasted forever. I don't know, but I don't have no bad blood. I don't think. You know what's crazy? Is the one person that I thought was gonna be like, fuck that nigga, hit me up when the show started, like, oh my God, congratulations. I hope you did. I'm looking like, we cool? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Like,
perfect.
I thought that was the one, you know what I'm saying? That was that hate me, right?
So I know we spoke a little bit in the beginning about what you do, but could you let us know just if we missed anything, like what are you up to these days? What can we look forward to? How can we support you? Shout out like how we can connect.
Sure. So I have obviously my usual social media handle is Chris McClendon, but I also have a podcast that I'm dropping myself called Detroit Love, where basically I invite comedians, athletes, entertainers that I am associated with or that I'm cool with or that I admire over to my crib, and I cook them a really dope meal, and we just talk about food, art, culture, their journey, their process. And it's been very dope shooting the content. I also have an animated series that I've been working on as well.
Dang.
And what else? We really elevating stuff at Parlay, so please pull up. It's the best place to be outside of Ford Field on Sundays.
Every day.
Or every day. And yeah, man, just continuing to grow, create, tell stories.
And where can they find you at on your socials?
They can find me at It's Chris McClendon on Instagram, Chris McClendon on Facebook, and what else? I think just Chris McClendon on TikTok, and I think that's it.
Yeah, well, we want to thank you for stopping in today and digging deep with us, and we wish you well on all your future endeavors. Of course, I'll be at Parlay. I'm always there.
For sure.
And we will see you next time.
Well,
thank you.
Appreciate y'all having me. It's a good thing y'all got going on.
Thank you.
For sure.
And we are back. And thanks again, Chris, for joining us.
Man, Chef Chris, thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate the deep dive, the insight.
Now it's your turn to get into the hot seat.
It's on me.
It is your turn to get into the hot seat.
Let's do it.
I did not expect Ed to be going home today.
Man, I didn't expect, you know what I'm saying? I thought that's going to keep an East Side brother on the show.
I mean, we love a good East Side brother. Like, come on, Ed.
That's what I thought. I thought TV loved me.
I will say this. I feel like you in person and you on the show, they didn't capture the full essence of Ed, who you really are. Like your energy that you feel like when you're with Ed, you know?
Shout out to editing team.
Take us back to the first mixer. First impressions. How are you feeling walking in?
For sure. In? So, I walk in. I don't remember what number I came in, but I see some beautiful ladies. You know what I'm saying? I want to say the first person I see is Nicole.
Okay.
I see him like, damn, Nicole. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know Nicole, again, 15 years, undergrad. So that's the only familiar face that I see at the mixer. Then I see everyone else. I'm like, okay, good cast, beautiful people. It's game time. Let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So did anybody stand out to you? Was there anybody who you're like zoned in on like that one?
Yo, so y'all don't understand. Like, you walk in, Lauren's energy just captivates a room. You know what I'm saying? And she's like 6'6". So, you know what I'm saying? You see this tall yellow thing just standing right there. You like, what up, dog?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me right now?
But no, I mean, so I would say you caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley caught my attention. I mean, again, she was wearing that orange dress.
She looked great.
Dominique definitely caught my attention. She was looking great. So you guys stood out initially.
Okay. I will say, going into this, I was like, I have a height requirement, right? How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10".
So
I never go under 6 feet. I prefer 6'7", right?
Mm-hmm.
Minimum 6'5". And when I was sitting at the table with Ed, this was the very first time I was like, I could consider dating a shorter guy. It's the big smile, it's the jokes, it's he's so much energy, so much light. And I was just, I couldn't stop like laughing. Like I was like, this is giving him 4 extra inches. That's how I felt. And
more do you know.
So I was just, so you were definitely one of my the people I considered for sure.
For sure.
So, I do remember you from that first mixer, and I was like, I went live last night on YouTube, and I was telling people like Omar Epps on Love and Basketball, Tay Diggs on how Stella got her group back. That chocolate skin with the bright white teeth is just that's a lethal combination, and it has it. Actually, Rhonda, shout out to Rhonda01, I think, on YouTube. She's always like, it's so fine.
Shout out to Rhonda01. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart.
So, do you feel like you connected with anybody through this entire process so far? Well, up to now.
I mean, I was starting to connect with Nicole. I was starting to see Nicole in a different light because Nicole was always the homie. when she was around. Like, so there was no other way to see her.
Is there a reason for that though?
Why she was home?
Yeah, like why after all this time, because the way I look at it is, and I'm not a man, but if I was a man, I'd be married a long time ago because it's real simple. You're beautiful. You're a good person. I'm sure she can cook. She take care of herself. It's like, what more do you want? And then hearing her say 15 years, I've been, it's like, bingo, I found my girl. I'm out of here. Like, why?
I mean, it's not that simple, Lauren. Let's rather we take somebody you knew for some time or somebody you just meet. But you're gorgeous, right?
Thank you.
So you meet guys that can appear to be all in. Like, boom, I'm like, do you just say, well, you know what? You all in, so yeah, we together. Like, do you?
At this point in my life, after getting beat up and not physically, but like the world beat you down, just give me somebody that love me, please.
No, you
Hi,
don't.
welcome home.
You don't.
Yes,
But most people don't, right? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's a great quality though, for sure.
But why have you never looked at her? Why are you only looking at her like the homie? Why have you, in all this time, have you never said, oh, wait a minute. She got what did you call the mashed potatoes and the
she
said, yeah. Why has it never happened?
I don't know. I guess outside noise.
Outside noise? Do you think it's something that could have possibly blossomed into a relationship if you had more time?
I think, yeah, if I had more time, I would have been in that moment to give it more focus. Because, like, she was like, I think by that episode, I only had 2. Like, so I think my interest had only captured at 3, and it was you, Donna, and Nicole. And then after Donna, you know, and again, that's how I think. Like, if I feel like, and even if you come to my house, you understand I got a place for everything, right? And so I take that aspect to my life. So Donna and I, you know, after some conversations and going on a date, I'm like, damn, Donna cool.
Yeah.
But romantically, we don't, you know, align. But you know, shoot, Donna cool. Donna's the homie.
Yeah. Donna.
So now it just left you and Nicole. Unfortunately, they weren't giving. I wasn't getting any good dates, and it's excluding the people. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about, come on, bro. You see where they going. So I didn't go to none of them places. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? We didn't go out to even explore that. So I can't really say what that would have looked like.
Yeah.
And I did have the opportunity to go out with Nicole, and it was fun. Like, we was having a great time. It was just premature.
Okay. So, do you feel like you genuinely did open up to the people that you were connecting with or wanted to connect with?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it was genuine. Like, again, what was left on the editing floor was the stuff that really showed kind of what you were talking about, the energy, the conversations, like kind of what you see now that's airing, you know, don't really capture everything, you know, the questions, how I really responded. So I would say, yes, I did, but of course it's not portrayed that way.
Got it. So I know inquiring minds want to know because they're asking all the time, like, oh, is he single now? Are you guys together? Like, could you just set the record straight? Like, what's happening with you right now? Are you available? Are you?
Damn, I didn't know we was we together. I mean,
no, he did not.
No, Lauren is my co-host.
We have developed a pretty good friendship. I actually was just talking about this earlier with somebody that I actually get along better with guys. I like guy business partners. There's a few select women that I like, and I'm happy that I've taken away so many good friendships with the guys from the show, and you happen to be one of them. And this has been a fun experience with you,
for sure.
And I tell people all the time, a lot of times friendships outlast these relationships.
I think solid relationships are built on good friendships. Like, and that, so to answer your question, I'm gonna answer both questions.
Yes.
So I'm single. I'm single.
Do you feel like now that you have more time? Well, I guess we don't know what's gonna happen with Nicole yet because she's still on the show.
But let me track back to something you were saying. So, that's the approach, honestly, I take with moving toward a relationship.
Is being friends first.
Yeah, for sure. And the funny thing is, I've met women and that was a turnoff. Because I'm
like, you want to be friends?
Yeah, because I'm like, look, let's be friends first. Let's develop a friendship and build from there. And I get the methodology or ideology of it. Like I've had a woman, not multiple women, tell me like, I don't want to be your friend, or I don't. I'm like, listen, if we can't be friends, because there's gonna be bad days. It's gonna be days where
it does sound like BS sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. But you're saying that's genuine.
It can sound, however, like that's the real thing. Like because, and this is something I've experienced. Like in my last relationship, that was my dog. You know, so when we had rough patches, rough days, I get it. We in our funk, but I'm still like, you good?
Yeah.
You hungry? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my friend. So.
Yeah, always make sure people eat. For real, that's how I know people love me when they mad, but they be like, you hungry? You hungry? But no, you're right. I don't know why the way that I look at it, like you could be totally genuine saying, no, be my friend. But in my mind, like, don't get friends on me and don't put me in that category and you trying to make me, work for something versus the people that come in your life and off rip is like, listen, this is what I see with you. It's just, I get what you're saying. It does make sense, but it does come off. I can see how it comes off.
But think about it. Like those experiences you've had when it wasn't like that.
Ended in.
Exactly. So, why repeat the same cycle? PPOs.
Or restraining, whatever. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So try,
Yeah. Well, I hate that the time was cut so short, but everything happens for a reason. It tell us, what are you doing right now? What are you up to these days? What can we look forward to you doing? What are you doing?
I'm investing in the city. Got a few things going on in the healthcare space. Have a home care agency. Have a transportation company. I'm speaking. Like I think that's my newest, biggest project. Speaking, targeting the youth, Black boys, Black, young men in impoverished areas, basically the hood. I grew up in the hood. I'm from the hood. And it's made me who I am today. And at the end of the day, I feel like there are a lot of young Black men that can really be dope contributors to the world, to society. But a lot of times they don't get their opportunities. And maybe they don't get their opportunities due to lack of exposure.
Yeah.
So kind of just going back to these places, having conversations with them and giving them opportunities of exposure. Like, bro, like, not to be so cliche, like you can do whatever you want to do, but it's hard to do something if you've never seen it done.
You only grow as far as what's put in front of you.
Exactly.
And I think that's how the saying goes. And it's so true.
Yeah, so that for sure. So, if you're looking for, somebody to come speak to your youth, giving you empowerment, foresight, support, encouragement, at Thoroughbred Boxing, EdWilliamsSpeaks.com.
I love that. Well, I'm excited for the future. I'm sure we're gonna keep it going with the Recap Lounge. We got quite a few more episodes left.
A few more episodes, and if y'all loving the Recap Lounge, the energy, let us know. Your feedback matters because we can keep this thing going outside of the show.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing with us today, Ed. So next week, Ed decides he wants to go out of town. So I think we're going to have a surprise special co-host. Yes, a guest host next week. And you're not going to know till it happens, okay? We're not going to tell you who, but we're going to have a nice surprise guest host. Mm-hmm. Thank you all for joining us for this episode.
Appreciate you. Love y'all.
At Access Lauren. Visit my site, accesslauren.com. And
Ed Thoroughbred Boxing.
Yeah, Ed Thoroughbred Boxing. Yeah. And we will see you on the next week's episode of Radio
Or just Love. Thoroughbred Boxing.
Is that what it is? Thoroughbred Boxing. Put it on the screen. Thanks again.
It's right here.
Just end it.